Hi, my name is Michelle, and I would like to tell you about the miracle that God has done in my life. At the age of 47, I gave birth to my first child, and my husband was 57. And of course, we named him Isaac because we both felt like Sarah and Abraham. And after all, Isaac does mean laughter. I was married at the age of 17, and at the age of 18, my husband and I began to try and have a family. My first husband, he was military, and we had unlimited access to military doctors and hospitals. We began infertility treatments, and over the course of 17 years that we were married, on and off, we had tried different forms of infertility treatments and tried to have a family. During the last year of our marriage, I believe I was 32. We had gone through a whole year of infertility treatments, and I was a case study at the University in New Mexico. And at some point, I had decided I did not longer want to take experimental drugs, and that I was done taking medications to get pregnant, and that I would fully rely on God. Up until this point, I'd always given God credit because I knew that He is the one that opens and closes the womb, and whether it came through infertility treatments, doctors, or just a natural birth, that it would have to come from God. Part of me wants to go back and tell you about all the struggles that I went through over the years, wanting a family and not having that fulfilled. But see, God knew my desires, and He had placed those desires in my heart, and He is faithful. And what I learned during that time, and especially after the miracle of Isaac came about, is that God's timing is perfect. It's not our timing, it's His timing. And if we stand in faith and believe on His word and hold fast, just remembering that He is faithful to His word, and that He will complete it, and He will do a mighty work in us. And I thank God for that. I remember at this point, a doctor saying to me that when I came off of the infertility study, that I would not be able to get pregnant. You see, I didn't go through the periods of miscarriages. I never did conceive. I had a polycystic ovarian syndrome, where your body does not produce eggs. So therefore, if there's no egg, there can't be any conception. So when people would ask me if I still wanted children or why I did not have children, I never told them that I couldn't have children. I just told them that God's timing was perfect and that someday I'd be a Sarah. And lo and behold, I was a Sarah. I remember thinking back now, tomorrow is Mother's Day. And when I was asked to make this video, it was a little difficult for me because Isaac's father is my third husband, Alton. And Alton recently passed away in June of bladder cancer. And I struggled to make the video because although I have the joy of having the miracle of Isaac, I also have the heartache of losing his father out. But you know, God is faithful. He was not only faithful to bring me Isaac, but He's also faithful to see me through in raising Isaac. He has been faithful all through my life, through many ups and downs, and I know that I can fully trust Him. You see, I was blessed in many ways. I didn't have the struggles and the pain that go with having miscarriages or stillborn births, or at any time losing a child. And but nevertheless, everybody's walk is different, and everybody's pain and struggle is still a pain and struggle for them. And I can tell you that the only relief I found was trusting in God. And when I was able to fully surrender it to Him and say, it's in your timing, Lord, and just sit back and trust Him for His goodness and what His word says. The fact that He opens and closes the womb, the fact that He said to be fruitful and multiply, that He said by His stripes we are healed. I had to dig in the scriptures and stand with people in faith that had walked the road that I had walked, or that I was walking, and that when I couldn't stand, I would lean on them. And when God would strengthen me and I'd stand on my own, I want to be here to share with others what God is able to do. For with Him, all things are possible.